Well, Dwight Howard and his boys called me yesterday.
Oh, okay.
And I spoke to them about what transpired. Um, I just said hello to him, but he left it for them to speak to me about what was going on. And, he's not hiding from it. They came, Rob Hennigan, general manager for the Orlando Magic, flew into LA. And according to the white side of the story, they flew in basically to tell him what's up, hello, and to reacquaint themselves. And he's like, "What the hell are you doing? You were just here a few weeks ago. We did this already. Why are you here today?" You know, and ultimately he looked him dead in the face and he told him again he does not want to come back to Orlando. He will honor his contract if he has to, but he has no desire to play for the Orlando Magic ever again. That he wants out. His resolve is firm this time, and that he wants to be in Brooklyn. He said that and his position is that he opted in because they told him they were going to have to trade him if he did not opt in, but they weren't gonna be able to pull off something to Brooklyn at that time. And according to him and his camp, he was promised the opportunity to be traded to Brooklyn come summer, if indeed he opted into his contract for the rest of the season and he still was hell bent on leaving and did not want to be there. And Alex Martins, the former, CEO for the franchise, promised him that he would do everything he could to get him to Brooklyn if the Whites still wanted to go once the season expired. And the White said he trusted him. The White's people, rather, said the White trusted him. And, because he extended, that level of trust, he feels betrayed because Alex Martins has obviously been nowhere to be found. Once Dwight Howard injured his back, okay, and he's been living out in L.A. ever since. Alex Martins has been nowhere to be found. And so Dwight Howard is of the mindset that this is nonsense, it's all garbage. He's pretty ticked off. He knows that he may have to settle for going to L.A. or Dallas if Andrew Bynum is willing to sign an extension with Orlando. But he's made it clear and he reiterated yet again he wants to be a Brooklyn Net. And since his back is not healthy anyway, and Adidas and him had to cancel a trip that they were supposed to make to China because of his back, chances are he's not going to be ready for the season, for the opening, of the season. He probably wouldn't be ready until the new year anyway. And since the trading deadline is scheduled to be sometime in January, his whole mentality is that, or actually February, but the Brooklyn Nets can trade
When they can trade Brook Lopez January
January
15th. Yeah.
Right. Since it's that time, his hope is that come January 15th, he will be a Brooklyn Net. That is what he has asked the Orlando Magic to do. And his position is keep your word. You told me if I wanted to do this, you would make this happen. Make it happen.
Wow, that's interesting. I mean, that's it. So he still believes he can find a way to get to Brooklyn.
Yes.
Now,
he has not given up on that at all.
That's still number one priority, not even close.
Adidas is in the picture, and Adidas is trying to push the situation as well. They would prefer that he be in Brooklyn, but if he can't be in Brooklyn, they would really like him to be in L.A. with the Lakers.
Okay.
It's something that he'd have to be convinced to accept, which doesn't really make much sense, but it's something he would have to be convinced to accept. But Brooklyn is first, second, and third on his list. He wants to be in Brooklyn come hell or high water, and he wants the Orlando Magic to keep their word and send him there.
Was there any indication that the Orlando Magic are going to keep their
I have
word?
no indication about that. I have not spoken to the Orlando Magic.
Or from Dwight's perspective, did he believe they might?
This is all from Dwight's perspective.
Right.
He doesn't know what to believe anymore because he has no trust for them.
Okay, so he doesn't know. It's not as if they said, okay, we'll deal you to Brooklyn in January.
Yeah, but he believes that by making it very clear to everybody else that he has no desire to be there, that it should help facilitate a deal to Brooklyn.